Rembrandt did not believe in immortality. Perhaps if it existed for him as the object of a religious faith, it did not become for being that a human certitude, active and consoling. It was the origin of his anguish. And as he couldn't transcend the feeling of mortality, as he couldn't project in a superhuman life hereafter the continuity of what stops here below, he remained prisoner of his immense dreams and of his mortal, insatiable, irreconcilable flesh. Thus space and time became for him dimensions of his cell. He did not cease to measure with a bitter enjoyment the oppression, as if the foreboding of the infinite was nothing but a more sorrowful consciousness of our end. This was written by some Frenchman, Marcel Briand, 1946.
It's who?
What are you doing here?
Hi.
Oh, it's 8 in the morning.
I know it's 8 in the morning.
Well, and? Do you know why you're here?
I'm here to see you. I have a little surprise for you.
A surprise?
Yeah.
Why? Why so early?
Well, I figured if I didn't get here early, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, if I came Sunday at 8 p.m., you'd expect that, wouldn't you?
Oh, Martin. Yeah, you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Oh, Martin.
Well, as long as I'm here, thought I might cook up a feast for breakfast. Maybe some Eggs and pancakes and bacon. You want bacon or sausage, or bacon and sausage?
Well, as long as you're here, you might as well.
Coffee, tea, muffins?
Oh, you got it.
Okay.
I want it. Why don't you get me some orange juice while you're out there?
Okay. You want that hand squeezed?
Oh, you bet.
All right, take me just a minute to pick those, but I'll be right with you. Let's see, coffee still in the freezer? Uh-huh. Okay. Did you get it yet? Hey, Claire,
Mom?
did you get it yet?
Get what?
Did you get the whole thing about the surprise, you know?
Oh, the surprise. I forgot all about it.
Huh. A lot of fun you are.
Well, you can surprise me now. You can surprise me again.
Again?
Yeah, it'll be double surprise.
I didn't even remember the first one.
Oh, come on, Martin. What is it? Tell me. I'm up now. God.
Have you got it now?
Got it. Uh-huh.
Keep going, you're almost there.
Your surprise is
That's it?
5 fingers.
Right?
Uh-huh. 5 fingers of fate.
Well, sure.
Uh-huh.
But what about them?
5 senses.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not it.
5 cents.
No.
Uh-huh. 5.
Uh-huh.
5 humors.
Keep going.
Uh-huh. 5 minutes in hell. Martin, what is it?
5. 5 years to the day, to the hour, to the minute, and almost to the second since we broke up. This is our 5th year breaking up anniversary. And I got you a little present.
How romantic. What is it?
It's an etching.
No, I mean, who is it?
It's Рембрандт, one of his most famous self-portraits.
Martin, it's not an etching.
Well, of course it's an etching. What do you think? It's an aqua tint or a litho or a woodcut or what? Of course it's an etching.
It's a photocopy, Martin.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't have enough in petty cash to pick up the original. It's not an object. It's not an investment. It's just something to enjoy, you know. It's just a nice
It's
piece
very
of art.
nice. It's very nice. I'm so
Well,
thank
there's
you.
something in the tone of your voice when you say photocopy, you know, that reminds me of something that I thought I'd forgotten, but I guess not.
No. It's very nice.
Well,
It's
glad you like it. Claire,
Yeah.
mind if I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
You know, if a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody around, does it make a sound, do you think?
Martin.
No, what I wanted to ask was, do you think we did the right thing?
The right thing?
Yeah, 5 years ago?
Yes, Martin. We did the right thing.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't know, I really like living with you, you know?
Well, I didn't.
I gotta get going. I have to play a little bit today. I got something that's, I don't know. It's really special. It's like you.
You're sweet.
Oh, come on.
I love you.
I love you too. I gotta get out of here.
All right, good luck.
Can we fix this in here?
Sorry.
Sorry. So how was your weekend?
That's really nice. I like this over here. That's looking good. Oh, pretty good. Pretty,
Any hot dates?
uneventful. No hot dates. An old friend of mine stopped by and gave me a present of sorts.
Oh, that's nice.
How was that date you had on Friday?
Oh, he was a creep.
It was a creep.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Same old stuff. You know. One day they think they own you. You know. They didn't.
Where are those photographs of the Pelichek house?
Over there by the light table.
Okay, I want to look at them.
They look pretty good.
Yeah, that project's coming along pretty well.
Just about done.
So what'd you do? Where'd you go for Friday?
We went to some loser.
So
Comedy
how
club.
was the comic?
Well, the comic was funny. But it was just that my date thought that he was funnier.
Oh, do you want to talk through the whole thing?
He wanted to talk, do the whole thing, and tell jokes, and I guess the comedy spurred him on to be hilarious, but he wasn't. I don't know, it just wasn't a good night, believe me. Glad you weren't there.
I went to a movie. It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, kind of arty. I never heard of it before, but it was
Foreign or
Canadian.
Canadian?
Semi-foreign.
Good.
Something about birds. This house is looking good.
Yeah, look at the bathroom.
Yeah,
Can you
that's just
believe
what
that?
that's really something.
I think they're pretty happy about it.
Yeah, well, they ought to be. They got what they wanted.
Really?
I swear, I don't know that I'd want to be in a glass house shower, but,
I know, they must not be very modest.
well, yeah.
I don't know.
You want to go to lunch?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm starved. It's not time, but maybe we can go semi-early.
Okay. Yeah, this is coming along well enough.
Okay. I got a couple things over here I want to finish up. And then, as soon as I get that done, I just soon go find something to eat.
Okay.
We're going to come for this early tomorrow morning, so we just have to get it done today.
Tomorrow morning?
Yep.
I got about 14 things I gotta do here before tomorrow morning.
I know you want it tomorrow. It's going to be ready. But I have some other things I want to talk about. That schnobblekin in the crate. Well, most of it's in the bottom of the crate. Well, we have to do something about it. Do you want to call the insurance agent? No, I don't think I can do that. No? No, I'm sure it can be fixed, but it's going to take a long time. I know you want it tomorrow, but it's going to take a long time to fix this. Really, about half of it's in the bottom of the crate. It's like a big puzzle. You know, how are we going to put it back together? Are we going to call him? Are we going to tell him? What's he going to think of that? I know he'll think it's a joke, but I don't think it's a joke. I paid the insurance on it. Well, if you want it tomorrow morning, that's all we can do. There's nothing else we can do. We can work all night and glue it back together. We don't know where it goes together. No, they might not notice. Well, I don't know what to do about that. I don't see how we can possibly have it at the museum tomorrow morning. But if it has to go, I think it's probably better to go just the way it is, and they can put it back together later if they want to. All right. No, I can't do that. Why don't you just come over here and look at it yourself? You know, we can't conduct all this sort of thing on the phone. I mean, it's a disaster.
Hey, Ed. I got a friend
Just a
who's an
second.
archaeologist, does nothing all summer long except work with, broken plates, stuff like that. He loves it. He can probably help you out.
Right. Well, we'll just spruce it up and ship it over.
You get that job?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of those situations where I need the money, but I'm going to be in the position of having 3 different jobs at once. I don't know if I can handle it.
Really? Why?
I've never done that before,
Yeah.
and it's, I'm trying to do things that are that have no relation to one another whatsoever. I'm doing manual labor one day, and I'm trying to talk about science with kids. just little elementary school kids.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I can handle it.
Remember Jerry?
Sure.
Yeah. This is a really amazing story. He was over in the greenhouse in Golden Gate Park,
Oh yeah, that's a great place. I love that. Yeah.
and he was taking some pictures, and he had a camera set up, on a tripod, and he was looking down at some very exotic flower there. It could have been a what are those, birds of paradise, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And taking just focusing it in and concentrating it on it, and a group of tourists come walking along, sort of later middle-aged, this to be 2 years older than us, probably. And
yeah, we have to watch how we use that.
I know it's not. We've caught up to our own jokes. But at any rate, these people come along, and they look down over his shoulder. You know how everyone always taking a picture, everyone sort of therefore gets interested in what's going, what you're doing. They look and they say, one of them says to the other something like, Ethel, that flower looks like it's from outer space. And Jerry just sort of hears this and turns around and looks at them and goes, we are in outer space.
That's pretty good.
I know, Jerome has got his old...
He does, he's still got it. Yeah.
Right. The cosmic tweak.
Yeah, he can still get off a good one when he has to, which I suppose is often, probably more often than not.
It's his Irish-Indian background.
Yeah, I always thought that was a good mix.
An intemperate mixture.
Really. But I was going to say, on this this training course I'm taking, and they're trying to teach me about science, but I have to get it down to the level that kids can understand it, so I'm reading all the basic stuff I haven't thought about in years, and I was reading the other day about the supernova. Did you read about that when it happened?
In the Chronicle?
It was all over. It was on TV. It was in all scientific magazines and everything. I mean, I didn't pay that much attention to it at the time, but everybody was talking about it.
I know those articles in the science articles in the paper are actually, those in the obituaries are the only things in the paper which sort of lift the paper out of its completely
Yeah,
tailspin,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, you would have liked this story, but this is a good combination. It's a guy 70 years old who looks into a telescope. He's down in New Zealand, I think. Looks into his telescope one night and sees a huge unidentified object out in space somewhere. So he calls it into the proper authorities over the observatory, and they discovered that the guy has seen an actual supernova. He sees this star explode.
He's just an amateur.
Just an amateur, yeah. A guy who's gone up on his roof and looked in his telescope every night for who knows how long. And they found out, through however they measure this stuff, that this star exploded 173,000 years ago. And he just happened to see it.
You mean, well, it didn't, in other words, it didn't just explode for a second. I mean, it's a long explosion.
And it's still going on, yeah. We're only 173,000 years behind. I guess we won't find out where it is now till somewhat later, huh? Well, this stuff, I'm saying to myself, this is mind-boggling, How am I going to explain this to a 4-year-old kid that a star exploded X number of years ago? How would you explain to someone how far away that is? And it took the light that long to get here.
I know, as a kid, I used to lie in bed and and try to understand what infinity was. Like take my mind and try to make, like you'd be sick in bed for 2 weeks with the mumps and just try to...
I remember it well, yeah.
Right, and you try to imagine something that was supposed to be infinite, like the universe, and you couldn't, you could think of distance maybe across the country or something, but it would like stretch your mind. But then I noticed as you get older, somehow all these giant distances don't even seem like such a big deal.
Oh, it seems like a big deal to me.
Well, it better. You're not going to lose that job.
Yeah. Okay, here's to my job, huh? Pretty good soup.
Hey, do that again.
I'll play a little tune on this later for you. What's the next chorus?
I think that's did, Martin.
You mean I come all this way and all I get is a measly bowl of miso soup?
Well, you know, I just came back from being away for 2 weeks, and, well, this is sort of an excuse, but there's not much food around.
I mean, I would think with all the money you're making out there, I thought you'd be putting out a 7-course spread for us here.
Right, well, it sounds like a lot of money, but I really can't stand and do it that often.
It sounds like a lot. It is a lot.
Well, it's a lot while you're doing it, except if I did it all the time, well, for instance, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now.
Yeah, well, you've got everything. You've got free time. You want to have lunch with your friend, you know? You've got plenty of time. I think it's great.
Right. No, it's great. I really shouldn't complain. It's actually a good situation. A little painful.
That's all you need, you know?
What, a little bit of pain?
Don't you think it goes a long way? I mean, it helps. It helps.
I guess that's what you're being paid for. Right? You're not being paid to have a good time, I guess, ultimately.
Well, you're not being paid for what you're really doing, that's for sure.
Right.
But, you know, I caught your Toyota ad, or what was it?
Yes.
Toyota, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Was
You like
fabulous.
That, yeah, you like that dissolve to the backlit cactus. Huh?
It was it was so flashy, unbelievable. I bought one. Yeah, I got it parked out.
Yeah, I know.
It's parked out front. The amazing thing about this is that, well, first of all, technically, it's incredible. You know, you find yourself mesmerized when this thing is running, don't you?
Well, yes. I mean, that's like. I mean, mesmerized when the ad is going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I guess the whole idea is not to let people think too much. I mean, to keep the thing pretty tight.
And yeah, tight is right, but still, it's got that spark. You know, it's great. I think it's great.
Right. Tight, bright, alluring.
Got your whole list of buzzwords on the wall. When you
Well,
go,
yeah,
this one's gotta be so, and this one's got to be so. And, yeah.
Right, and each one's got to get tighter and brighter than the next one.
Well, it works. Whatever it is, the system actually works because you know what?
What?
Yeah, I went out and bought one.
No, come on.
Yeah, I did.
Do you know, I watched a football game last week, and there might have been 40 or 50 ads for this car, you know, weaving its way around corners.
Right.
I did not know at the end of the game what car was being advertised. I had no idea.
Well, I wasn't talking about the car. I didn't get a car. I got a cactus, one of those backlit cactus thing. Out of the Spielberg gift shop. I love it. You know, I was wanting one.
But as long as it comes with a backlight. I got a postcard from Claire.
From Claire?
Yeah, it's really nice, I must say. It was from Nepal.
From Nepal?
Yeah, I heard she had gotten, you know, I'm not sure, she at one point she had some interest in Buddhism.
She isn't in Nepal.
No? Well, wait.
No, that was 3 years ago. I just saw her.
No,
Well, what's it say?
well, wait, I can read the postmark. Wait a second. My eyes are beginning to go.
Yeah, that's a sign.
Actually, the postmark is 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, great. Well, let's hear it.
Oh, well, it's a long time coming. But, it was certainly nice to hear. This is, Dearest Daniel, today while meditating on the luminous blue in my heart, gazing at the infinity of limpid blueness beyond, I connected with the light and beauty of your blue eyes. What are you up to?
Wow. She wrote that?
Yes, it's, you know, that's sort of a nice little blessing to get in a, or a nice little, oh, cat.
That's amazing. She wrote that?
It's awfully sweet, huh? The 2 is a 2. It does remind me of, you know, when things were really nice with her. I must say, in certain ways we could get along like I never got along with anyone. You know, it was so wonderful. And on another way,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, well,
I don't know.
she never sent me a card like that, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
So Claude was on a dig over in Crete, and he brought that back for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful, huh?
Thank you. Thanks for contributing to the world's most questionable collection. You will live in many memories. Oh, it looks really, really nice. You know, I have sand from like Greece and a few places, but none from Crete, and I must say, this is a real treat.
It's great. Yeah, well, it sounded like he had a good time collecting it. I guess he met some woman over there, and she swept him off his feet, or whatever they do over there. He had a hard time getting back home.
Look at this, wow.
Beautiful.
Gosh, so pretty. You can almost see the Persians invading.
Yeah, you can.
They really actually have some kind of quality of, I know the cliche of timelessness, but gosh, you look at them and they're almost like little messengers. It's interesting how something so simple coordinates, hooks up with your mind, You look at it, it just does something. It's actually very generous, the sand, isn't it?
This is really great. You don't expect that many colors to bounce around when you look at sand.
I know.
It always amazes me. Yeah.
I had the idea of selling it to a travel agency. We go to the rug store and the rug samples.
Yeah.
Could pick your beach.
Oh, great.
Stick your finger in a bottle, and so there's actually a potential for this project.
Yeah,
actually.
you've got a good mind for that kind of gimmick, I must say. Yeah. I'll put that in a prominent spot here for you.
They actually are very nice.
Put together your own beach. I like it.
Martin, this sounds a little awkward, being a little awkward because I feel a little awkward about it, but it's no big deal, as they say, nothing. It's one of the reasons I asked you over is I wanted to ask you to be I'm going to call it executor of my will.
Executor of your will.
Yes. Now, as they say on daytime television, this is, nothing to worry about. No, it's just that I'm, getting, on, so to speak.
Oh, what's the deal? You're not getting on.
No.
What do you mean?
What I mean is basically I do have a little bit of money put away, and with the situation, my legal situation now, so to speak, is that if I, just got in an accident or something, this money would go to some relatives, back east or something who I haven't seen in 20 years. So it just seems like something, I should do. Anyway, because, I've known you so long or something, and I don't want to go to a lawyer. Because,
save your money.
Well,
You can do it yourself. They got kids,
there are actually some funny things in the, there's some just odd things in the will. I mean, I'm just sort of being a little playful with it. And if I went to a lawyer and paid him $75 and he just,
I can imagine you said, I'd like to be a little playful with the will.
Right, and then I would just be paying for
Yeah, that would go over great.
I would be paying for torture. So,
Yeah.
So I'm asking you as an old friend to just take this on.
So there's nothing to it, huh? It's just a...
No, I'll write it up and I'll get someone to witness it and you'll be the executor. But I just, wanted you to know. And,
Well, sure, I'll do it.
okay. And I'm getting a sort of, just talking, it's so odd, you just talk about it.
Come
you start to feel
on.
No,
It's nothing.
No.
Sure, I'll do it.
Yeah, actually, reality is great. You know what I mean?
for you trying to talk to people about hiring other people for work. I think it'd be impossible to do.
Well, you just get off the phone if they don't want to hire somebody. But no, it's talking to the people that come in there, and you meet so many interesting people. But you know what I've decided?
And it's an honor to help them, right? It's an
Oh
honor
God,
to help
oh
them.
please. Well, I did feel good about helping the 45-year-old missionary whose husband got disabled and she absolutely had to go get a job. But, you know, this lady came in and said she couldn't do anything. Oh, she had to get a job. She had to start working right now because her husband was disabled. The only thing she had been doing was being a missionary in South Africa for 14 years. And I found her a job in a day's time.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, for more money.
For
than-
$4 an hour.
I'd rather be married than not married, but sometimes you just want a little relief from it. You want a break from it. Just like you want a break from being single.
I want a break from life.
From life itself, right.
Yeah. Get on a boat and sail away.
Not go back to work in 5 minutes, huh?
Or take care of the kids' lunches.
Right, or be sure you're there to pick them up before the place closes at 6 o'clock and they get sent to foster home.
Foster home, right? Oh yeah,
It's true. It's true.
I know. Every
Yeah,
single
they have to
parent
tell
I know
ya.
worries about that. Their kids are going to be snatched away from them for child abuse. My parents beat me and never thought about it.
I know, it never used to
No.
be an issue.
So.
I don't know about you, I'm getting tired of standing.
Oh, it's a nice window.
It is, it's beautiful. God, spring is coming.
Do you think Jack has a new secretary?
No, I mean, they've got that guy there, Kevin. He seems like he's never going to move on. I'm not too. No, I don't think about that at all, really.
No, we could
But
walk around this and walk out to the end.
what? We could walk on.
Just walk out right out to the end.
Yeah. God, I haven't been sailing in ages. But it looks a little nippy out there. You know, this lady, gal, came in to work the other day. She just graduated with a degree in international relations and economics. Did all these internships. Really bright. She's going to have to take a job as a receptionist someplace. It's amazing.
Because she's a woman. Or
Because she has
there's
no
jobs
skills.
available. Oh, no
She has no
skills.
skills. She's not a secretary or an accountant. I mean, what do you tell your kids when they want to go to college? You got to go study accounting. Try a rich man there afterwards.
Now, what's this
Amazing.
computer generated?
Well, I don't know. It's developed out of something that's new, a new scientific discipline called chaos. And apparently, out of that discipline, the mathematicians have somehow developed...
Chaos is a new discipline?
That's what I understand. And
I've lived in it my whole life.
Right?
Well, right. And formations like this. I mean, form apparently generated out of chaos. That's the amazing thing. Look at this beautiful stuff.
strawberries.
Yeah, look at that. Amazing.
It is amazing. It has lots of applications to a lot of different disciplines, like architecture as well.
Could we use this stuff? I wonder.
Sure. I mean, it's the same kind of organic, arrangements that could be adapted to a plan or a site plan.
Jennifer, you ought to give it a try. Don't you think that's a challenge? I'm putting it to you. I want to see something developed out of this.
Make
Claire,
something
you
out
give
of
it a
this
try
chaos.
too. I mean, this is exotic enough for you, isn't it? I think so.
Sure.
All right, now when are we going to? Would you get that, please? Look at that, Claire. Look at that. I mean, this book is full of this stuff. I mean, this goes on and on. Apparently.
This is chaos?
This, well,
It's for you.
okay. Yeah, right there.
Look at these things.
Not you, Graham, sure.
I don't know.
are you? I thought you'd moved to another
I don't get it. I still don't understand. What is the idea here?
I don't know. What's the idea here? I mean, chaos. I like that whole idea.
June, let me write it down. Wait a minute. I will never get it right. Let me write it down. I've got it right now. Go. Tell me what it is. United Airlines, flight. What's that? Flight 210, and that arrives at 2:10. Okay, that's easy. This is great. Now we'll do up the town. Really, you're going to be here with your husband or what? Oh. Really? Okay. Good. Well, no, that's fine. No, we can do it by ourselves. Sure. Right. I look forward to it too. It's been ages. Really? Yeah. Have you been well? Good. Everything's okay. Terrific. I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on. I look forward to it. Good, June. See you soon. Okay. You too. Okay. Bye. Roger, old chum.
Yes.
I need you. Actually, I need your car. Tomorrow afternoon, a little while, not too long.
What time would you need it for?
About 2 o'clock. My car's sick, very sick, and I got to pick somebody up at the airport. No, I don't think I'll be all that long. And I just go bring her back here, and then I can get transportation at this end.
You remember tomorrow at 2 o'clock our
What?
meeting starts for the rest of the afternoon.
Meeting? What meeting?
The meeting that you planned a week ago.
Oh,
For us
God,
to
with
meet
those
with clients.
people.
Yes.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
We'll get somebody else to do it. Can I use
Anybody
your
else
car,
do it?
though?
You can use the car, sure.
Okay,
Feel free to do that.
mine is sick. I can't
Okay.
do it. That's great. Won't be gone long.
Okay.
I'll find somebody to do it.
Okay.
Good. Thanks.
Okay, fine.
Thanks. Claire, I need you. I got myself in a terrible jam, dear. Listen,
Yes,
I have an old
Roger?
friend coming in. I'm supposed to do the pickup at the airport tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and I just have been told by Roger I can't be there. We got this meeting with the Grambowskis tomorrow. I can't go do what I promised I would do. And can you go, please, and do the pickup for me? Come back here, pick up at 2 o'clock, airport, and it'll only take you about an hour. Would you please?
Yeah. Okay.
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 All right. 210 United Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
And the name is Brandt. Why don't you do the page, and that'll produce the person, okay? Make it easy for yourself.
210. All right. What's this? UA?
UA 210.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, maybe I'll cancel my lunch with Johnson.
Oh, you don't have to do that. It won't take long. Okay?
All right.
Okay, good. You're a dear. Thanks a
But
lot.
you'd better come in with a contract with the Grambowskis.
I'm going to do it. Believe me. Okay?
All right.
All right, great. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I heart Loverboy. Great. Science. A lot of them out there today.
Yeah, they're wild, aren't they?
About ready, Martin?
Oh, I guess so. I keep asking myself, do I really want to go out there and explain science to kids? You know, what do I know? But,
That's fun. You'll love it. Everybody here loves it.
well, it's a great place. I think I'll get used to it. And I'm just a little bit nervous.
Well, relax. Take it easy. See what you got.
Okay. Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the Exploratorium. I especially want you to take note of the name of our museum, the Exploratorium. The reason we call it that is because we want you to explore science and nature in a way that you probably haven't ever done it before. Have any of you ever been here before? How many? Let's see, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Perhaps you can help your friends and explain some of the exhibits to them. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to learn about all the interesting things in nature. Color, light, water, sound. We're going to learn about astronomy. We're going to talk about the sun, the moon, the stars, the whole solar system. In fact, even the entire universe. And it's very important that you're just trying to have fun with these ideas. And in order to help you have fun with these ideas, we've got a lot of fantastic exhibits here at the museum. And they're all designed so that you can do things yourselves. There are machines that you can turn on and off. There are things to see, there are games to play, there are scientific experiments, and they all try to explain nature in the way that modern science sees it now. And even though I want you to have fun, I want you to understand that this is also going to be serious, and we're going to talk about things that have very far-reaching effects. For example, we might even discuss how the universe began. We might talk about the Big Bang, which is the theory of an infinitesimally tiny, tiny piece of matter that suddenly exploded in an explosion so massive that it's going on to this very day. And as far as we know, the universe will continue to expand and expand on, infinitely into time. Now, we have a few rules at the Exploratorium, and I want you to note them very carefully. The main thing that we want to be careful of is no eating and drinking in the exhibits. You know, when we spill pop or bubble gum or candy bars or anything like that into the gears of the machines, it really makes a mess, so try to be very careful. Another thing that's very important is to stay with your group at all times. The only exception is if you need to go to the restroom. In that case, you just ask me, and I'll take care of everything. Now, the restrooms are located at the north end of the building in the lobby. Also at the north end of the building, way up high on the wall, is a big solar clock. As the day goes on, keep your eye on that clock and be sure that when the time comes that you're supposed to meet your bus and go back to school, that you'll be ready and not be late. So everyone stick together, have fun. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything, feel free to ask me. That's what I'm there for. I can explain everything. Well, what do you think?
Well, that was okay.
Really knocked you out, huh?
Yeah, it's a little condescending to the kids. You know, these are human beings, and you got to treat them like people. They can read that right away. They're very quick, and you got to remember a lot of this little friend business and little this and little. They don't like that, so just watch that. But otherwise, I think you're there. Ready to take out a group today, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I felt pretty good about it right up until the very end.
Yeah. What happened?
I don't know, that part. I think the very last thing I said was that I could explain everything.
Well, we've been over all the exhibits, and you know where all the bathrooms are. That's the most important thing. But, so what's the problem?
I don't know. The problem is, what am I going to do if one of them asks me a really serious question?
Like what?
Like, what's the meaning of life?
This feels so awkward.
I was expecting Roger. So, I don't know, I don't know what we should do. I don't know how much time we have to wait for him.
Well, it's, Roger was unavoidable. He had a number of appointments, and some of them were really important projects we've been working on for months. And they're his baby. But we're going to meet him early evening at a nice restaurant. It's one of the new ones down in Market.
Do you know what time it is now?
It's almost
Oh, I see. It's almost 1. We're gonna meet him. What time do we have to meet him?
Well, I think maybe we'll try to call him in case he can get away earlier. But we were talking about, he's pretty sure he'll be done by 6.
Okay. Claire, would it be all right if we just went someplace to, find me a watch? I don't know, I left mine at home, I guess. I always wear it. I didn't bring it this time, so,
Well, sure.
I know it sounds crazy. Just a cheap watch, I don't care.
Just a cheap watch?
Yeah, just something so I could look at it, tell the time. Okay. There. I feel a lot better now.
Well, great. That's a start. You want to walk up to North Beach? There are just a lot of people around here. Is there any place else we could go?
Sure. Yeah, let's go back to the car and then we'll
You don't
just
mind?
drive around. Not at all.
Sure.
No, not at all.
I love having the day off to look around.
Should we go this way? Yeah.
Okay.
One of the oldest, actually, forms of architecture. Probably comes in nature. You find it, water, wind, carve things out of the earth this way. I think it's because it feels so comforting. You can actually, well, you can see how they lean against each other. I think we feel supported.
I don't know, I just like how it feels.
danger. Get up high on something and it tells you to get on back down to the ground where it's safe.
Beautiful place for a city. Michael! I'm sorry, Claire. I'm sorry. I wanted Roger to meet me at the airport. He would understand this. It's too hard for me to explain this to you. What's wrong? What's happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I'm sorry. I've been dragging you around all afternoon. Any Kleenex?
It's just my husband left. Just, I don't know. He just went somewhere else.
Oh, gee. I'm so sorry.
don't know what the deal is. He's in jail here across the street. I think it's some kind of, well, I don't want to incriminate the guy, but I think it's some kind of dope thing. I mean, he called me up. He was incoherent, you know. I don't know for sure. What do I do?
How long ago was he busted?
It must have been about a half an hour ago.
He might not be down here yet, but he might call over there and check. What's his name?
Daniel Dorfman. D-O-R-F, 1F, M-A-N, and 1N, Dan Dorfman.
Okay. 1N.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me call up there and see if I can find out something for you.
Yeah, I sure hope you can help him. My God, with his luck. You never know what happened to a guy like that. How could he be so stupid? Guess normally it takes about 40 rings over there.
Sometimes,
yeah.
The lights. We might get caught between the shifts or something now. Were you with him when he got busted?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I was at home. Watching some stupid movie. He just called me up. One phone call, you know? Isn't that right? They only give him one phone call, I think.
Well, we got a new shipment. We'll have decks, pieces of decks, broads, the usual fare. Did you pick up the new numbers today?
Yeah, Paradise 6.5. The King bottoms out.
The King needs deep counseling. Why don't you give Jesse a call later?
Yeah, I seen Jesse. He said he's got a new set of books, the usual. The skin jobs, the Nova jobs. How about the fast account? You straighten it out?
Taken care of. You know every account has 2 sets of books.
Oh, Christ. Is that all he has? All local warrants?
Fireworks.
No other town? Okay, thank you very much, officer. Well, your friend is, they arrested him for one joint, which they cited him out on, which is not a real problem. His problem is that he has $3,000 worth of parking tickets that are unpaid.
$3,000 in parking? And a joint? And they got him in jail for this?
The joint was the reason they arrested him. They would normally let him go just on the joint without a bail, but the tickets were a real problem.
What can I do?
Well, you either pay $3,000 to get him out, or he'll go to court tomorrow. And maybe they'll reduce it to half, and you can make payments on $1,500. That's what they normally do.
I don't know where I'm going to come up with that kind of money. What luck this guy has. I can't believe it. $3,000. You know, you've heard about people who get lost in jail, you know, who go into jail for one night and they don't hear of them again for 10, 15 years. This is the kind of guy we're talking about. I got to do something to get him out of there. It's a disaster.
5 years, we never lost anybody.
You don't hear about them. That's the thing. They're lost. I mean, I know this kind of thing happens. No, this is serious. You don't know this guy. I mean, he's,
Well, I would say that $3,000 is pretty irresponsible. Not paying your parking tickets and getting,
That'll give you some idea of what we're talking about. Irresponsible, and in the face of authority, you know, he could have some kind of breakdown. He's out there.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, $3,000 is a lot of money, and yeah, he will go to court. Tomorrow's Saturday. He'll go to court Monday morning. There's no court on Saturday.
Monday morning, the whole weekend, this guy would sit in jail. That's not right for a few measly parking tickets.
$3,000. That's some kind of a record, I'll tell you. I've never had a call in 20 years for that many tickets.
Can't believe it.
You have any credit cards or anything? Because they will take a credit card over there for you to release them.
He's got no credit, and I've got a card, but I'm afraid if I used my card, he'd have to bail me out.
I don't know what to tell you. I think your friend's going to be in there for the whole weekend then.
Give me the Kipper numbers.
Yeah, Kipper's in trouble. 3 falls into blue.
That's his problem. No lifeguard.
I hate his eyes anyway.
How about the Addams family?
Steady. 468. Eyes are blue.
Tony, you know this code can't be discussed with anyone. Not even your old lady.
Only you and I know the code from the heart. You and I.
is. I mean, the streets are full of them. Did you see that guy? What if he gets thrown in a cell with a loony like this? They'd eat him alive. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Believe me, nothing's going to happen to your friend.
And it's easy to say, but we're not the ones who are in jail.
He's worth more alive than he is dead. He's worth $3,000. That's probably the most he's ever been worth in his life.
Yeah, with his luck. I mean, he was born under a bad star or something. I'm telling you, he could be killed in there.
Yeah, I know. I've told you everything I could do. I can't do anything for you. You'll either have to pay the $3,000 or wait till Monday morning when he goes to court. I have some other people waiting for me. I'd like to deal with them. There's nothing I can do for you.
This guy's problem is over here. I'm ready to eat.
Yeah, some chow. Pizza's out, burritos out. Let's have some chink food, some wonton soup, and sweet and sour spare ribs. How's that sound, partner?
What? Sounds fine. It reminds me, you seen our little slanty-eyed friend Chan lately?
Yeah, I seen him coming out of that greasy slop joint he's got a piece of. I said, surprised to see me, Chan? I shoved him against the wall. I said, I'm gonna have to fuck you up real soon. You always pound.
You should have bagged him long ago and hung him with the rest of the shit.
He started squirming and squealing, talking about his sick mother and his creepy friends. I said, shut up and listen.
You said, shut up and listen to the truth of life on Earth.
Yeah, the truth. I grabbed his balls and started squeezing them, watching the pain in his eyes. I said, you owe us, you owe us, you owe us, you owe us, you owe us.
Hold it down on
Are you talking to us?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm trying to operate a business here. Now shut up.
He didn't say please. He no longer exists.
Fingers, he just say please. Relax. We've done this many times before. You're my partner. Mr. Bondsman, you can say please.
What is...
You like fish eggs?
No.
No?
I'll have this candidly. No, we're only here because you wanted to come here. I'm allergic to all this stuff.
You don't eat sushi?
No, I hate sushi.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me? We could eat spaghetti.
Well, I wanted to impress you.
No, that's only impressed me, all right. And once I had a date with this guy. He took me to a sushi bar and he wouldn't eat sushi.
It's okay, it's good for my diet. Although I guess sushi's good for your diet also, huh?
Yeah. I think it's pretty tasty stuff.
What kind of fish eggs? Do you even know? I mean, are they generic fish eggs?
It's Tobiko.
Stahiko?
Tobiko.
Topiko.
I'm turning Japanese.
Hmm.
Well, they're not here.
What's the
Flying
matter?
fish. Are you a plastic surgeon on the side?
Oh, no. Did you miss that piece of slang? There was a tune called I'm Turning Japanese. You didn't catch that?
Yeah. I one time spent 2 or 3 weeks trying to get someone to translate it into Japanese for me for an art layout. And they just look at me. I kept explaining the concept. They didn't understand. Finally, well, you can't translate that into Japanese. It doesn't make sense. Okay, excuse me.
Well, it's an English expression, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's where I first heard it.
Yeah, I spent a long time puzzling over how they managed to get from onanism to some kind of weird ethnic inversion, slur, or whatever that is. I don't know what it is.
Do you eat pickled ginger? No, you don't eat that either. You're allergic to it.
Well, I figure if it's in a sushi bar, I'm not going to eat it. But
Hello? Oh! Roger. Yes, I am. Yes. I did. I did. Yes, I did. Roger, no, wait, stop. I have to tell you something. Roger, now listen to me. This is very important. Roger, I'm getting married.
Well, I've been sleeping for, Stacy. Long enough. What are you doing, counting the money?
Yep.
Is it all there?
Sure is. Why don't you tell me about your dream?
You won't believe what I dreamt about, believe me.
Try me.
I won the lotto.
You never won a bingo game. What are you talking about?
Well, you know how lonely I've been since my old lady's been locked up.
Yeah.
The judge gave us 6 months for stealing a candy bar. Can you imagine that, a candy bar?
She would have left that candy bar alone. She would have got out there with the ice, and we both know that. What else did you dream about?
I dreamt about the Sheik and Captain Sid. They were chasing me.
Now, why would they be chasing you?
Because I've got the winning ticket. The winning lotto ticket.
You're back to this lotto again, huh?
Well, here's the winning ticket.
Tony, I don't want to talk about the lotto. I want to talk about Jesse.
Fuck Jesse! Don't you want to watch me on the big spin?
department ordered a ridiculously heavy box.
Hi, come on in.
Ah,
What do
yeah.
you got there?
Oh, you'll see. Where can I put this thing?
Put it on the couch.
Hey, Jim. Looking a lot better since you're working out, man.
Yeah, if you'd have bought 2 boxes, I'd have helped you.
I got a couple more in the car.
Jim, did you make coffee?
Like a shot, honey.
How you doing?
Yeah, how am I doing? I nearly broke my back carrying this thing up, but, God, I'll be doing a little better when I get this off. Guess you recognize that, don't you?
Well, I just figured you were... Who knew what you were doing?
Oh, and I believe this is yours, too.
Oh.
Is it not? I know you didn't recognize it. It looks so great on me, but... Here, look at that. There you go. I think the outfit will be quite a bit better on you than it was on me.
Well, yeah. You found this over at Daniel's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd left it over there.
Yeah, I was going through the stuff.
That doesn't explain this.
You don't remember that? I'll give you a hint. It was Halloween.
Halloween.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know. God, that was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it looked better on Daniel than it does on me.
I thought so, too.
What is this?
Coffee? Orange juice? Anybody?
Sure, I do.
Yeah, me too. I'll have both. Make that separate cups, will you? Well, this is it. This is the portable beach project in a box. You got everything you need right here. You got Greece.
Why?
You got Hawaii. Why?
Why?
He wanted you to
I
have
have
it. That's
so
why.
much clutter in this place already.
This is
I don't
not
even know.
Clutter. What do you mean clutter? Look at this. India. You call that clutter? Look. This stuff is beautiful. Japan?
I dusted these things for 6 years, and now you're trying to tell me I'm going to dust them for the rest of my life?
You need to dust them right now, in fact. So, here, take this. You can start right on those. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, come on. It's fantastic. Burma?
Yeah.
California. It's not too exotic, but still beautiful.
You could say this is where Daniel found religion.
I guess.
Oh, here's the stuff from Paris.
Paris?
Yeah.
Sand in Paris?
I know.
I'm serious.
Well, you're serious if you're a collector.
I guess. I think this stuff looks great up here. Yeah, you got plenty of room.
Well,
Get them all up here for sure.
This brings back so many times, so many people.
I guess that's what it's for, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my word. Oh, here's that stuff.
What stuff?
Oh, they left us in, customs wouldn't let us back in for just hours. They wouldn't believe it was sand.
Yeah, you know. Life is boring for those guys. They gotta have something to do over there. If they can hassle you for a couple hours, what the heck, you know? One customer takes that much time. It's good. What did they do to you anyway?
They ran tests on this stuff. Daniel had to hassle them for a long time before they'd ever give him back his sand.
I bet it drove him crazy trying to figure out what that stuff was.
Oh, look, Martin.
What's that?
This is where we first met.
Really?
Remember? Yeah. You thought you were going to come spend a week in paradise, and instead you spent a week listening to your best friend and me fight.
Yeah, it's kind of like refereeing. Uh-huh. How could I forget?
Was it? Shoot. But what a beautiful place.
Yeah.
What a beautiful, beautiful place. Even in the midst of all that chaos.
This stuff here is sand from Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him this, and now the funny thing about it is I was dragging this sand around for years before I ever even knew Daniel or knew that anybody collected sand or anybody cared about sand. I had a weird experience there. I don't think I ever told anybody about it. I was on a camping trip all by myself, going camping to find myself, that whole deal. So of course I got lost. I went out on a hike, I got off the trail, and I wound up in these unbelievable sand dunes. I didn't know there were sand dunes in Utah. It must have been like Malibu for the dinosaurs. It's just endless dunes. I got totally lost, out of water, and I actually began to hallucinate, and it was frightening. And I didn't know what I was going to do, and then suddenly in the middle of this weird hallucination, I began to hear music. And I heard a theme, and it was so clear and perfect. And I said to myself in that moment, if, I guess people do this all the time when they're in desperate straits, if God will save me now, I'll dedicate my life to whatever, And in this case, I said, if only I get out of this, I'll dedicate my life to music. This is a sign. This has got to be an omen. And sure enough, a couple of guys came along. I wasn't as lost as I thought. I was just off the trail. They helped me out, gave me some water. I got back okay, and it was no big deal, but I saved a little pocket full of this sand, it was a crazy thing to do. I jammed it in my pockets at the time. So I got back home, and of course, I followed through with my plan. I'm going to keep my promise, dedicate my life to the art of music and so forth, and I began to work on this theme, and I composed music every day, hours and hours, for 3 or 4 months. I wrote every conceivable kind of thing I could think of. I wrote an orchestra piece, a string quartet. It was just endless. And then one day I was absent-mindedly listening to the radio, and in the middle of this piece of classical music, I heard my theme. I was floored. I couldn't believe it. It was a Beethoven piece.
Oh, Martin.
Yeah, you know what I did?
No, what happened?
I took the whole pile of music, I took it out in the backyard, and I had a big bonfire and burned it all up.
Whoa. And you never told Daniel?
I was too embarrassing. I don't think I ever told anybody. And then, to top it off, I found out later, this happens to everybody, but I just didn't know it.
Oh.
You know what? Would you like that bottle of sand?
Yeah, sure. Can I really have it? I hate to break up the collection.
I think it's a great story. I think it's your sand.
Yeah, great, thanks. Hey, I gotta get going. I have to work.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, you can't believe it. I got a commission from this woman who's kind of a performance artist. She wants me to electronically simulate a flock of goats.
Electronically?
Yes, electronic goats. Yeah.
Why don't you just go get some goats?
Where am I going to get goats?
Goat Hill.
No, they don't have goats on Goat Hill. But I do have goats in my synthesizer. That's just the way the world is.
Electronic goats.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hippest thing.
Right.
It's happening.
I think there's something strange about that. There are goats available in this world, and you're making...
If she has a budget for electronic goats, what am I going to say? Why not? It'll sound great.
Well, I have a whole lot of opinions about electronic music.
Come on.
You've heard them before, too.
I have?
You sure have. Pretty soon everything will be electronic.
Well, it is already.
Right, and it sounds like it. It doesn't sound like a piano, and it doesn't sound like drums, and it doesn't sound like goats. It sounds like electronic.
When you hear my goats, it's going to sound like a symphony. You'll be amazed.
Symphony. That's some symphony. It's more like a cacophony. What is this? Oh. Is this what it looks like?
Is that what looks like?
What were you gonna do? Just go off? What is this in there? What is this?
How would I know? Better have a look, I guess.
Oh, what have you guys done? Dear Claire.
Hi, Claire. I know it's kind of a funny way to get there, but you know I always did love you. And I always really did just want to keep on living with you. Kind of reminds me of this poem I found in that Japanese book, The Thousand Leaves. Hey, I've got Yasumiko. The one they all said was impossible to get. I've got Yasumiko.
Oh, Daniel.